This is your daily dose of all things royal. Meghan Markle lost all composure after one unexpected question in CBS interview left her furious. Meghan Markle screamed at TV producers and couldn't stand Prince Harry in new interview. Royal family, Meghan furious after unexpected question in new interview, expert says. Welcome back, my gorgeous, good-looking friends. When is Meghan not furious? It seems like every single day she's irate and upset about something. So word on the street is that Meghan threw a fake hissy fit over being surprised about the question that Jane Pauley asked her about her thinking about unaliving herself. Apparently, Harry didn't know that this question was going to come up, but we all know Meghan had planned this interview and knew exactly what she was going to say, and this was a part of it. Now, I did say in my review video a couple days ago that Harry looked completely revolted by Meghan, didn't even want to touch her, even during this so-called sensitive time of Meghan talking about her experience, an experience that never happened, in my opinion. But in any case, I think Harry picked up on the fact that Meghan's disgusting behavior of exploiting such a sensitive topic to make it about herself, he's starting to realize, if not already, that this woman is disgusting. And he's like struggling to grasp how he's going to get out of this. You don't have to tell us that Harry is being mentally abused by this woman. You can see it on his face. And what's so hypocritical about Archewell Fugazi Public Charity is that their core pillar and underpin is focused on mental health and the collective well-being. I'm sorry, Meghan, but nobody wants your socialist communism that you're pushing here. I don't want to be a part of your collective well-being because you are the most toxic human being on this planet. This woman has literally destroyed everything that she's touched. She is just beyond selfish and evil. And to force CBS to go ahead and air this on her birthday to make it all about herself is just another level of narcissism that we're seeing on full display. These two are in zero position to be talking about mental health because they desperately need it themselves. And just when you think you couldn't dislike this couple anymore as a result of how they exploit not only dead children, but also vulnerable people and whatever social justice bandwagon or tragedy that's trending of the day, they end up surprising you. Shout out to Daily Empress for talking about Jules Roberts yesterday on her video because I wasn't aware of what happened here. And now I have looked into it, and I think that it's something that needs to have a broader audience. So let's talk about who Jules Roberts is, and you'll understand why Meghan and Harry are the lowest of the low. So, Jules Roberts trained with Prince Harry for a charity trek to the South Pole in 2013. In August of 2019, he took his life at age 37. The media at that time was saturated over how Prince Harry was so devastated after his heroic friend took his life. I would assume, naturally, at that time, if you were following these two, it would pique your interest to find out, oh, when's the funeral? Is Harry going to be going? But when you take a look at one of these articles a bit closer, it says that Jules had passed away on August 5th. And Harry ended up sending a note and flowers to the funeral home. So he didn't go to the funeral, but he was left devastated. So where were you, Harry, when your friend passed away? Oh, makes total sense. You couldn't be bothered, Harry, because you were off to Ibiza with your bitch wife. They couldn't be bothered with Jules Roberts' death because Meghan had to celebrate her birthday and, the inconvenience of someone taking their own life. Forget their mental health. It's Meghan's mental health that is the most important, right? What I find the most disgusting about this is that they used and exploited this death as a PR tactic to deflect away from the criticism that they were facing for flying private off to Ibiza when they could have flown commercial. These two eco warriors who like to virtue signal and preach to the rest of the world have been globetrotting all over the place. And during that very same time, remember, These two assholes didn't want to go to Balmoral because they felt that Archie was too young, but felt he was old enough to jet set down to Ibiza in the south of France, no problem. But when your feelings got hurt and you couldn't handle people calling you out for being hypocrites, you then decided to use the sad passing of Jules Roberts to get people to pity and feel sorry for you. Harry was so devastated that his friend passed away. Right, if you were so devastated, then you should have canceled your trip and have gone to the funeral. But no, you had to go to Ibiza because satisfying your bitch wife was more important. And this is not the only time that these two have used a dear friend's passing in order to make it about themselves and give themselves some good press. When Meghan stepped down as the patron of the Mayhew Animal Welfare Center in April of 2022, she took the opportunity to exploit her dear friend Ollie Jouste's death. And this was designed to take the heat off of Meghan not doing anything for the charity. I believe it's rumored that she was giving like $10 a month in donation. So here Meghan's using her dear friend Ollie Jouste, even though he passed away in January of 2022. It's April, and now she's mentioning something for the first time. Do you see how her mind works? She's so twisted. Ollie Jouste wasn't even Meghan's friend. He was Marcus's friend. This was the guy that helped take care of Guy when both his front paws were mysteriously broken. Who did this to Guy, Meghan? I genuinely fear for the safety of any child or animal in their possession. So, Meghan, save your left eye crocodile tears for your mirror because nobody wants to hear it because you are a hypocrite. You are not qualified to be talking about mental health because you yourself need some mental health. Neither of these two should be in the business of mental health. Just my opinion. But if they were to do this over again, then Harry should have been the one to talk about having this connection with parents who lost somebody to suicide. Let's not forget, he didn't have a problem exploiting Carolyn Flack in his book. She took her life over social media. Or he could have said a couple words for his friend Jules Roberts, because one little fun fact you might not know about him was that he contributed money to help get Heads Together off the ground. Shame on you, Harry, for not putting your foot down and telling your wife that you're not doing this, but you're equally as vile as she is for allowing it. And all the things that we have witnessed Meghan and Harry do to their family, it has been cruel, it has been cold, and you can't expect to put all the blame on Meghan. Harry holds accountability for this, too. He equally is some type of psychopath or sociopath. Because honestly, how can you exploit the suffering and deaths of people to make it all about yourselves? Both of them do it. And they are the ones that want to be the source for mental health? Like, no. Look, I know we want to see justice being served, but I think it's being served for the last 6 years. I mean, everything that Meghan has touched has literally failed, and failed on a spectacular level. I think the thing that bugs us the most, or at least bugs me the most, is that she continues to get opportunities and platforms. Like, nobody is telling her flat out no to her face or making her come face to face with the consequences. And I think that's what bugs me the most. Also, I don't like her influencing and mentoring the youth because she is toxic. She is a cancer on society and just negative all around. She does not bring anything positive or good to the table. And that's a fact. Meghan's not a nice person. Look how she bullied her staff, and now they have PTSD. On top of it, look what she did to Harry's family and her own family, particularly her father. I mean, anyone who has any type of conscience or kindness wouldn't be doing that. So why are people giving her a platform to talk about kindness? I mean, it's just making them look stupid. Once again, this latest stunt that Meghan and Harry pulled, particularly Meghan, to make this all about herself, failed 100%. Even more so now that you're looking back at all this other stuff and you're realizing how self-centered and fake everything is. There's nothing authentic about Meghan, not even the hair on her head. Speaking of hair, I'd like to give a shout out to Cheetah who made this drawing. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw it because everything is so spot on. And Megan is like a cartoon character. She is such a mess that, like, it's almost hysterical at how bad everything is. You know what I mean? But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think I'm overreacting? Do you think that Megan is exploiting vulnerable people? Do you think that she enjoys people suffering? I do. But leave your thoughts below. As always, I will be back with more content. But until then, please be safe and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
I was such a fraud.